Okay. Oh, camera. Got to clean the camera. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Wherever you are, wherever you are viewing this from, and whatever plane of existence you're living on and living through and moving through. It's the weekend almost. End of a very interesting week of unfolding and development. I've been watching a lot of garyvaynerchuk. I'm sure most of you have heard of him. Now, just a little backstory. When I developed about, 17 years ago, 2008, I guess, 2007, 2008. My son was a little wee tyke. I was living in Darwin, where I'm from, at the time, and I had another vision, to create a quick little flash up here. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? Still, I'm waiting for my copy, so it is for resale. My friend Tuck is calling me. The amazing Elaine Takkmethod at takkmethod, TAKKMETHOD on Instagram. Incredible human being, all the way from Cameroon in Africa. One of the most inspirational human beings I've ever met in my life. A beautiful soul. There's a little side note. Incredible spirit. The most glorious looking human you've ever seen. He's fit, he's strong, he works out. You've seen him online. He's the one working out with the bands. Now, I used to see him in Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And we just started talking and became friends, and he is phenomenal. That man was homeless, living on the streets in Cameroon from the age of, I think he said, 12 till 19. Now he is an international phenomenon. He's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. And more than that, he promotes inspiration. He promotes enthusiasm. He promotes dedication to hard work and consistency. And so he just called me, and I've got to respond to him. But he really is one of the most he's uplifting and inspiring hundreds of thousands of people across the planet. This is a man who was homeless on the streets of Cameroon in Africa, right? He had a really challenging time growing up. He's a great testament. And so anyway, I've got to get back to him. Back to Gary Vee. I built this social network, travel-related social networking business called Itinerary Share. It was an idea that I had, and it was before TripAdvisor. It was user-generated content before everyone was saying UGC. And the idea was to upload videos and photos and segment travel itineraries where you could go on and choose your demographic, your sexual orientation, where you're from, and married, 3 kids, and you would find like-minded people. If you're a butterfly whisperer, if you're a bird watcher, if you're a yachts person, there was different segments that you could log on and tap in and get inspiration and itineraries from like-minded individuals. It was a fantastic idea. This is before everyone had iPhones and were taking videos and photos, so we were developing a whole editing system and etc. It was quite revolutionary. Quick story, I built a beta model. I got myself on BBC World, and I think within a week of launching a beta model, this is kind of really before social media was big. Was Facebook out? I think Facebook was just out a couple of years. It was still called Web 2.0, and so I was on BBC World. My views and engagement on the beta testing model went from like 100 family and friends to 50,000 within a few days. I was getting great advice and support from people like Jim Louderback, who I met in New York at this Web 2.0 conference. And I had a handshake deal with the Singapore government. They wanted to white label. I'm sure most of you know what that is. They wanted to white label my content and integrate it into their official Singapore tourism website. So when you log on, you could click on various itineraries and ideas about what to do in Singapore. Then the 2008 crash happened, which was the GFC, which is a lovely way of saying, holy shit, it all went to shit. The global financial crisis. I needed a little bit of extra money to build up the content. There was just no money around. I'd spent all my money building the business. I went all in. Big lesson, incredible experience. I had no experience in the tech sector, but it was something that I believed in, and it was a great idea, and it probably should have worked. Having capital is everything, as we know. Anyway, I went to this Web 2.0 conference in New York City because I wanted to meet people and learn about the web business. That's where I first met Gary Vaynerchuk. This is in 2008, I believe. October 2008. And he spoke. He was big on his wine library thing back then. He wasn't VaynerMedia. He wasn't this massive social media guru that he is today. But his keynote was fantastic and inspiring, and he was legit. And so I spoke to him afterwards, and he was so kind and wonderful, and I just expressed how grateful I was for his inspiration and his the way he spoke to us, and I felt like a newbie, of course, in the entrepreneurial space, in the social media space, in the web development space, and he was extremely uplifting. So, cut to, I don't know, 18, 17 years later, the man, Gary Vee, shout out to Gary Vee, you're incredible. You're an incredible inspiration. I posted a video a few days ago talking about my idea of the backnine, to use a golfing reference, in talking about the later years of your life being potentially the greatest years of your life. You're not done at 40. You're definitely not done at 40. You're definitely not done at 50. I'm 55 and I still have so much I need and I want to do, and I want to give back to the planet. So Gary Vee shout out a few days after I talked about the backnine. I'm sure he copied my content. Thanks, Gary Vee. He talked about the same theme that, and he does this a lot. He's talked about this a lot. You're not done in the later years, in the back 9 years of your life. You're not done. You're just getting started. I'm 55. This has been in the works for 10 years. I don't want to say use, but for the sake of language, barriers. I use my spiritual practice in meditation, and I'm still learning. I had a great practice for about 10 years, and I'm still really learning so much. Of course, it's a constant journey. When you feel like you've made it and you've reached that point, there's something else that'll kick you in the butt to let you know that there's more to go. So it's consistency. But meditation, I'm a creative person. I think we all are, but I work in a creative space. I've always had a vision for what my life could be and should be, and how I want to give back and serve as best as I can. So meditation serves my creativity, and this, as I've spoken about, the vision for this really came through grace. And I was, 45 when I first got the vision. 10 years later, it's published. It's a tangible thing. It's, again, it's not a children's book per se. It's a children's chapter book. It's not full of pretty images, because I want to wait until the right partner emerges and shows up to create and turn this into a beautiful world, a animated series, a movie, a series of books, merchandise, to really inspire and uplift millions of children and families around the world. It's an uplifting story, and I'm really proud of it. And J.K. Rowling studied classics and English literature, I believe. I did not. So I'll just put that out there. I did not study English literature or classics, but the story and the world and the sentiment is right in here. And, the message being that, again, I just want to continue to say this idea of your creative self and your best life can totally exist in those back 9 years. Through this process of releasing the book and working on, receiving the right collaborations and the right partnerships, I've also discovered another potential business. And I've been working with artificial intelligence to help me create that. It's a whole productivity collaboration business, because so much of what I try and do, it's hard for me to organize stuff. I'm full of ideas and vision. I love working in the field, doing documentaries and working with crews and teams and running crews and interviewing people. I love that. I'm really good at it. I'm a fantastic director, producer. I have a great team, mostly Polish. Shout out to these incredible beings: Sylvia, Zuza, Tomek, the Viking, Anna Rock, Anya, correspondent. So many wonderful people. But organizing all the stuff you need to do when you're doing creative projects has been challenging for me. I can't stand Notion, can't stand Trello, can't stand Monday, Google, just bearable. None of them work for me. I find them clunky, extremely, extremely non-user friendly. So I thought about this years ago. I need to create something that just works, that is so simple. That's what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to connections in the incredible city of Eindhoven. Shout out to my friends there, Ramon, Eric, Frank, Ingborg, all my friends there. And also looking for collaborations in a place called Estonia, which is an incredible startup hub. Incredible place, full of unicorns that come out of Estonia. It's got a great tech hub. Mind Valley is based there. So all that to say that continue to just go within, listen to spirit, and believe. Believe that your best is still not yet to come, but it's unfolding. Not forgetting the now moment, of course, which all the great teachers remind us of. Shout out to my Agape International Spiritual Center, my spiritual home, and Reverend Michaelbeckwith. Incredible teacher. If you can, tune in, check it out. Reverend Coco, of course, and all the great reverends and practitioners at Agape. All this to say, thanks for tuning in. This is an exciting thing that we're doing here. It's just, again, like I said before, it's wonderful to take action, to do something. So continue to create, continue to listen to grace, God, whatever you want to call it, and continue to thrive. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great weekend or week, whenever you listen to this on the time conundrum. Okay, take care. Bye.